Now, the House of Representatives is set to probe the incessant grid collapse in Nigeria. This development comes as the federal government set up a forensic investigative committee to address the incessant grid collapses in the country. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu constituted the committee after an emergency meeting with the leadership of the Transmission Company of Nigeria and the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission on Tuesday. The minister expressed displeasure at the incident, which he said was capable of rubbishing the giant strides made in the last 1 year, which has led to an increased generation and distribution of 5,527 megawatts, a record generation in 3 years. Joining me on the news for more insight to these developments is the Executive Director, Independent System Operator and Chair, 6-member committee probing grid disturbance, Nafisat Ali. Thanks so much for joining us on TVC News this time. Now, the minister has set up the committee to address this problem of grid collapse. How far-reaching and realistic do you think your recommendations will be, and how would they differ from the previous insights?
Thank you very much for having me, and good afternoon, viewers. Before I answer that, I want to quickly put certain records straight in a few minutes. The trend of system collapses we have experienced between 2020 and 2024 has actually reduced compared to what we had between 2015 and 2019. The system operator has the figures, and these collapses were caused by different reasons and different sector. Now, this particular disturbance that occurred on the 14th and 19th, yes, got very disturbing. And then the Honorable Minister set up this committee, and the committee has come up with terms of reference. The terms of reference task us to identify the remote causes or immediate causes of these two events, the one that took place on 14th and 19th, and also determine whether there were lapses that could have caused this collapse. And we are to also check the integrity of equipment in these substations, that is the Jeba substation and the Oshobo substation, and determine whether the maintenance plan, the schedule is being, the maintenance is being done according to plans. We'll check the records and all that. So, and we are also to determine whether there are other factors that are threatening to grid stability. So we have a number of items on the terms of reference that will aid us to carry out this assignment. And talking about whether this is going to be realistic, certainly. The Honorable Minister mentioned that our recommendations should be phased short-term, medium-term, and long-term, depending on when we think those recommendations can be achieved. The short term is within 1 month. The medium term is what can be achieved within 6 months. And the long term is 6 months and above. And that's the way we intend to go about it.
Right. So the minister in his release mentioned that this occurrence can be a setback on the recent success of increased megawatts. Could you walk us through the interface between increased megawatts and the grid collapse?
Yeah, that's true. Whenever a collapse occurs, the electrical equipment actually undergoes stress, so much that some of those plants or even transmission equipment may not come back to the circuit immediately or to the system immediately. For example, if you have a steam turbine, it could take some days. It is time-bound anyway, yes. It could take some days for the steam turbine to come up, and because of the stress the electrical equipment has gone through, you discover that you may not get those equipment back to line immediately. They may need one or two things to be fixed and all that. And remember that restoration is also a process. So if you have got to, for example, a particular level before the collapse, it takes time to build up again. So that's what the Honorable Minister was actually referring to.
Right, very quickly, could you tell us more about the scope of the committee and what the timeline is going to be for you to turn in your findings and recommendations?
Yes, the timeline is November 1st. We are supposed to send our report on the 1st of November. However, the committee, or rather the scope of this work, is beyond Jebba and Oshogbo. We have actually identified certain nodes, critical nodes, that we feel that we should visit, and that was discussed during the meeting. Benin, Ikeja West, Egmi, substations. We are going to carry out inspection of the equipment and even the devices, the relay settings. Everything is going to be checked in this during this assignment. So I'm saying that it's beyond the Jebba and Oshogbo. We'll visit other critical substations.
That's right. That's right. We'll look forward to seeing resolutions, in this power sector as, we continue to record collapse, grid collapse, national collapse, etc. We just want to see the results being achieved. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Director, Independent System Operator, and Chair, 6-member committee probing grid disturbance, Nafisat Ali. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.